Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss how to stop overthinking and avoid negative thoughts. Overthinking, also known as ruminating, has been found to increase stress and negative emotions, decrease the ability to solve problems and achieve goals, and worsen physical symptoms. It can affect your career, your relationships, and even your overall happiness. Luckily, there are a few ways you can stop overthinking in its tracks so that you can focus on what's important to you and not be held back by negative thoughts. Here's how to stop overthinking and avoid negative thoughts and start living life to the fullest. You need to follow few steps as I will mention here one by one. Let's start. Don't accept negative thinking when you're feeling down. It's easy to think about why it happened. Even if those thoughts are constructive, they can make your mood worse by keeping the negative feelings going. Whenever you feel down, don't accept negative thoughts. Tell yourself that you want to feel happy and that you deserve better. Focus on what's going well in your life or the people you love. Find something funny or interesting online that will bring a smile back to your face. And remember, these moments will pass soon enough. It is possible to feel good again. Don't act on your impulses first. Identify the type of impulse that you are feeling, a desire, an urge, or a craving. Then distract yourself from it by either getting out of the current environment or removing yourself from the immediate emotional trigger. Remind yourself that giving in will likely make you feel worse in the long run, so try your best to stay away from those feelings for at least 10 minutes. If you still cannot control your thoughts, you may need to seek outside help such as therapy or talk with someone close to you like a friend or loved one. It is important to know that not all negative thoughts will go away overnight, but if you take small steps every day, you can stop overthinking and avoid negative thoughts. For example, if you often tell yourself things like "I'm no good," then start to write down why these thoughts might be untrue. These self-affirmations can come in the form of messages that you place around your house, example on mirrors, little reminders written on pieces of paper, example in your wallet, or even something more simple like telling yourself that no matter what, there are some things about you that are wonderful. These types of small steps taken every day will build confidence, and they should be continued indefinitely until they no longer cause worry. Then they pop up into our minds unexpectedly. Do things you enjoy. One of the best ways to prevent overthinking is by indulging in activities that make you happy. There's no perfect formula for doing this because it depends on what you enjoy doing, but some examples are petting the dog, going for a bike ride, or reading a book. Remember, there will always be something new to think about or worry about, so don't use that as an excuse. You'll never stop thinking, but why not control the thoughts instead? The more time you spend worrying, the less time you have to appreciate life. And while we can't always feel good all the time, we can at least try to focus on our blessings. We're alive and should take advantage of everything life has to offer. Instead of dwelling on how unfair your situation is or how stressed out you are, start making a list of all the things that are working out well right now. Make a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Or give yourself permission to go outside and just do nothing, especially if you've been cooped up inside all day. Spending time with people who support you also helps, even if they might not understand what you're going through. Find something else to distract yourself with, like TV, music, books, or anything else that makes your heart happy. Learn from past experiences, but don't dwell on them. It's important not to dwell on past events but instead learn from them. And if you find yourself overthinking or going into negative thoughts about a certain issue, talk it out with somebody who can help. Don't allow your self-worth or feelings to be defined by one instance. It doesn't have control over who you are and what you believe in. If you feel comfortable, discuss the situation with that person, what they did well, how they could have done better, and what you may do in the future if faced with a similar situation, in order to get closure and prevent lingering feelings of guilt or unworthiness. This will also help take some of the pressure off and give you some relief as you work through these difficult times. If it feels safe to do so, also try telling somebody close to you what's been happening for added support. You're not alone. Accept people for who they are. I know what it's like to have your own thoughts spiral into chaos because of just one comment someone made. A negative mindset can become toxic fast, and soon enough, you're coming up with some nasty words for the people around you. It's so hard not to be in that state of mind all the time, but one way to get out is to accept people for who they are. You can't expect a person who eats loads of sweets every day, eats meat, or smokes cigarettes not to be negative. There are always going to be things about others we don't agree with, but when we try not to judge them for their actions, then our mindset becomes a bit lighter. If you let go of judging others, then their negativity won't affect you like it normally would have before. The key is to detach yourself from those thoughts and feelings while still being supportive. Instead of getting frustrated when someone tells you something bad happened to them, think "I'm sorry" instead. The phrase "it's okay" has never been more true than now. It doesn't matter how long it takes us, as long as we're determined to make changes in our lives, anything is possible. Practice mindful meditation to be more mindful. We need to shift our attention away from the constant stream of thoughts going on in our heads. Mindfulness teaches us to simply observe what's going on without becoming emotionally involved. There are many ways you can start being mindful throughout your day. Start by sitting still for 5 minutes and focus on your breathing. It can be hard at first as our minds are used to having things keep us busy. When a thought pops up in your head, acknowledge it with curiosity instead of judgment, then return your focus back to your breath or whatever is going on around you. If you have trouble staying focused, here's a list of mindful tips for beginners that will guide you through the process. Whenever your mind starts wandering, which it will, gently bring your attention back to where you are. Choose one object, such as a flower, and spend some time really noticing it. Don't judge, just watch its shape, size, color, etc., without trying to figure out what kind of flower it is. Try not to worry about how good or bad something was, rather notice any strong feelings present: anger/sadness. Observe how they come into existence and fade away again. Allow yourself to feel them without acting on them. They'll pass eventually if you don't act upon them. Notice when judgments arise and name them, judging. Then allow them to float past without resistance so they don't consume your mental space. Lastly, try this mindfulness technique called RAIN. Recognize what's happening within your body, accept the feeling completely but non-judgmentally, investigate with an attitude of openness and curiosity, and identify with the experience as it passes from moment to moment until it becomes nothing but a memory. Continuation for plus sentences. Practice awareness of your senses, paying close attention to colors, shapes, smells, sounds, and textures help sharpen our minds and become aware of the world around us. Continuation for plus sentences. Turn off electronics when taking breaks. Staring at screens has been linked to increased stress levels because they cause reduced peripheral vision, making it harder to notice things outside their field of vision, which has been shown in studies to produce higher cortisol levels than usual. Screens also emit blue light, which disrupts melatonin production and sleep cycles since it interferes with our natural circadian rhythms. That means there's even more chance that you're tired, irritable, or anxious after staring at your screen for long periods of time. I think this video can help you in many ways. If you like it, then please share this with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Bye for now. Have a great day ahead.